From doing sets for Playboy Cardi to working with Tay-K while he was literally on the run, DJ Phat has made a name for himself in hip hop by either working with the most relevant artists in the underground or by creating that relevance for himself. Hello, I'm your host Nixon Fuchs, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about DJ Phat. Let's get into it. Known as one of the best tastemakers out there, it's undeniable that DJ Phat will go down as one of the most infamous DJs of the last decade in rap. It wasn't always this bright for Phat. Growing up in New Jersey, he never saw himself going down this career path. He actually had an early interest in fashion, talking about how he'd head into the city just to grab fresh shoes, staying dripped out at school compared to everyone else. This is where Phat first started making connections. He noticed a kid at school wearing some clean Air Maxes and found out he was selling CDs to promote his music. Phat mentioned in his No Jumper interview that he wanted to help the kid however he could. That moment pretty much set the tone for Phat and his whole come up, always trying to help artists reach the next level. Phat also pointed out how his part of Jersey didn't really have a scene like that. Nobody was super tapped into hip hop or fashion culture. So once his interest in music started growing, he and a friend started managing that same artist from school. That friend introduced him to Virtual DJ. After messing around with the software and putting together his first mix, a blend of transitions and tracks, he started gaining recognition locally. By 2015, Jersey rap group 2004 reached out to Phat to DJ a show. He had already been introduced to some of the members through mutuals. Phat ended up working with them consistently, doing weekly underground shows and meeting more artists in the area. About a month later, he went with the group to Texas to attend the South by Southwest Music Festival. And that's where everything started clicking. For the first time, he felt like a real part of the underground. Getting recognized, meeting bigger names, it was only up from there. Later that same year, in 2015, Phat would DJ a show for a young, rising Playboy Cardi. The manager for 2004 was also helping manage Uno the Activist at the time, and they had a show lined up in Newark. Uno brought Cardi along right before Cardi blew up with awful records under A$AP Rocky. Phat did a set for Cardi, and that's when Cardi previewed What, featuring Uno, a few months before it dropped. Looking back, that was a major turning point for Phat. Playboy Cardi is now way bigger than the artist who originally co-signed him, and Uno's career never really panned out like fans expected back in 2016. Around that same time, Phat was DJing one of his first shows when 2004 wanted to play Sly Cooper, the second SoundCloud single from a young artist named Tay-K. Phat was also deep into pushing his clothing brand, Visions of the Youth, on social media. He reached out to Tay-K, showed love, and they started talking about working together. Tay-K reciprocated and showed support to Phat and the whole crew. Not long after, Tay-K dropped his biggest song, The Race, and made it a DJ Phat exclusive. During that time, Phat and his camp stayed tapped in with Tay-K because Tay-K's manager was Top Flight Blue, who also happened to be Phat's old manager. If that name sounds familiar, it's because he was Can-Can's manager during his post-COVID come-up. Through those ties, Phat and Tay-K linked up multiple times and dropped a couple exclusives on Phat's SoundCloud. In March 2017, Tay-K went on the run after being on house arrest since January. In those wild 3 months until he got captured, he somehow managed to get all the way to Elizabeth, New Jersey, where he recorded and shot the music video for The Race. Tay-K sent the track to Phat again to make it another exclusive, but this time it hit different. The music video dropped the same day that Tay-K was captured, and it sent shockwaves through the underground. It even hit number 44 on Billboard Hot 100. Even though Phat never saw the same charting success again, he had officially stamped his name in the underground. Fans were now watching him closely, trying to find out who he was working with next. One of the names that stood out? Nettspend. As Nettspend's lo-fi, auto-tuned waves started making noise online, DJ Phat was right there curating the movement. He dropped early exclusives like Gen 5, No Waiting, and Ghost on his SoundCloud, sparking new underground hype. Reddit was loving it. Kids out there were literally saying stuff like, "We worship Nettspend with DJ Phat as our host." But like most great collabs, things did get messy. Fans started trolling Phat hard, accusing him of being weird for hanging out with a much younger Nettspend, who was 17 at the time. Phat and others clapped back, saying it was normal in the rap game for old heads to help guide younger talent. But the internet ran with it. Phat eventually responded with stuff like, "I don't even know what Nettspend's been working on. Stop asking me." Whether he was serious or trolling back, the message was loud. Fans and probably Nettspend himself took it the wrong way. Thankfully, by March, rumors were swirling that they had squashed things. Despite the drama, you can't deny Phat's impact on Nettspend's come up. He didn't just DJ the track, he amplified them, curated the vibe, and even shaped the narrative. Through all the controversy, cosigns, and chaotic moments, DJ Phat has always stayed on brand, tapped into the underground, and has rode for what he believes in. Great music. From Playboy Cardi previews to Tay-K exclusives to debuting Nettspend to the Reddit trenches, Phat's track record speaks for itself. His ear is razor sharp, and his presence is a cheat code for underground artists trying to level up. In an era where everyone's chasing clout, DJ Phat is chasing culture. And let's be real, you can't say SoundCloud exclusive without thinking of DJ Phat. So whether he's curating the next wave or getting trolled online for it, one thing's for sure, DJ Phat is going to be in the mix, literally and figuratively.